Hello, friends. Welcome to Appreciation of North Indian Music Season 2 with Shekhar Pathak. I'm really pleased with the kind of response I have received so far. I'm very lucky in that sense. So I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you for listening to this vlog and podcast week after week. Thank you to you all who regularly join me, listen to what I have to say, listen to my music, and regularly post or even not post any comments, but be there. You all keep me going, and all that I need is you. My friends, today we will move forward with our adventure of playing with those 5 black notes on the keyboard and introduce you to a new family of raga. Right after this. Welcome back, friends. As I said earlier, let us continue with those 5 black notes on the keyboard. A few weeks back, when I introduced you to Rag Durga, I asked you to play along with me, if you have a keyboard, on your keyboard, all black notes starting from the first black note as tonic or as sa makes Rag Durga. Hope you remember that. Well, if you don't remember that, let me go over it one more time. So here are 5 notes, black 5 notes. So if you start with the first black note right there, sa, make that as tonic or sa, then you get those are the swara of Rag Durga. Now let's take second note as tonic or sa. That is sa, komal ga, ma, pa, komal, ni. That makes it dhani, rag dhani, right? Now we took third one. Let's take third black note, and that is, which is sa, re, ga, pa, dha. Sa, re, ga, pa, dha, all shuddha. And that makes it Rag Bhupali as well as Deskar and Rag Pahadi. Next, let's go to the fourth black note. Sa, re, ma, pa, and komal, ni. That makes it a whole family of sarang rag. Okay? And now, let's take the last one. Fifth black note. Sa, ga komal, ma, komal dha, komal ni. That makes Rag Malkauns. Sa, komal ga, ma, komal dha, and komal ni. Isn't that cool? If you remember, this process of transitioning is called transposition in Western music. In North Indian music, we call it murchana. So you just heard that if we take 5th black note on the keyboard, which is A sharp or B flat, as sa or as a tonic note, it gives us sa, komal ga, madhyam ma, komal dha, and komal ni. This makes Aroha of Rag Malkauns. Very cool. So our focus for next few weeks is going to be on Malkauns family of ragas. The most famous rag from this family is, of course, Raga Malkauns. So today we'll talk about Malkauns, and next we will talk about a few more rag. So let me first give you the list of names of the rag that are created from Raga Malkauns or some of the Raga Malkauns family rag. Chandrakaus, Nandakaus, Sampurna Malkauns, Malkauns of course, Jogkaus, Pancham Malkauns, Nirmal Kaus, and Tulsi Kaus. So as I said before, let's start with Raga Malkauns, the rag of the popular songs like Man Tadpat Hari Darshan Ko Aaj or Adha Hai Chandrama Raat Adhi, Akhiyan Sang Akhiyan Lagi Aaj, दीप जलाए जो नैनों के मैंने, एक लड़की थी कितनी शर्मिली, तू छुपी है कहाँ, ये कहानी है दिए की और तूफान की, and many more. Rag Malkauns is considered to be one of the oldest rags. The name is derived from two words, Mal and Kaushik. The one who wears serpents around his neck, Lord Shiva. One of the mythological stories of Raga Malkauns is that the goddess Parvati created this rag to calm Shiva down. So rag does have a little bit of calming effect on human brain. Probably a good rag to listen to when you are stressed out because of your boss at work or maybe your boss at home. Raga Malkauns is one of the root ragas of North Indian music. To understand this, let me talk about a system known as Ragini system in North Indian music and just a little bit of history. My friends, before the term rag was derived, there were some other terms used for this kind of framework. This is pre-Vedic history we are talking about. It is believed that there were 5 ways of classifying melodic structure in pre-Vedic period. These are known as Brahma, Shiva, Narad, Hanuman, and Bharat methods. There is not much information about these kinds of classifications as there were no books written about them or there is no evidence available. So let's go to some written records. The first ever record of Indian music, that is before the time of North and South Indian music or before Hindustani and Carnatic music, there was one type of music. The first ever published record on Indian music is Natya Shastra, a book by Bharat Muni. This was written around 500 BC. There is no mention of the word raga in this book. The structure or the framework is known as jati. There are 18 jati and they are classified with sa and ma as root notes, tonic notes. The second record is from 2nd century AD, known as Bruhad Deshi, which was written by Matang Muni or Matang Muni. This is the book that mentions the word rag for the very first time in the history of Indian music. This book for the first time mentions the 2 kinds of music known as Marga Sangit or as we define classical music and Desi Sangit, which is folk music. This book introduces the solfege or do re mi or sa re ga ma pa dha ni. Moving on to the next major book, Sangeet Makarand. Around the 4th century, this book was written by Narada. Narada classifies rag as male, female, and neutral in nature. According to Narad, there are 21 male rag, 24 female rag, and 13 neutral rag. Later, scholars of music classified rag further into male, female, son, daughter, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, and so on. Finally, in the late 19th century or early 20th century, the scholars said, stop all this and let's establish a third system of 10 thoughts, which is more popular now. So where were we? Why did we start talking about the history of music, and why did I start talking about rag, ragini, and so on? The reason is that Raga Malkauns, which for years and even now has been classified as a male rag because it sounds very masculine. That is why the mood of this rag is patriotic. Veer rasa, that's how we describe it. Vadiswar is ma, the most important note is ma, madhyam, and supporting note or samvadiswar is sa. These two are also the nyas swar, vishranti sthan, or pausing points, pausing notes. Well, let's go to the demo song for today. It's a philosophical ghazal by a very, very respected friend of mine, Mr. Harikishan Razdan, Raj Sahab, as I call him.
सच्चाई नहीं है कहीं ईमान नहीं है, सच्चाई नहीं है कहीं ईमान नहीं है। लगता है कि अब दुनिया में भगवान नहीं है, सच्चाई नहीं है कहीं ईमान नहीं है। अब लोगों को पहचानने निकली है मशीनें, अब लोगों को पहचानने निकली है मशीनें। इंसान को इंसान की पहचान नहीं है, इंसान को इंसान की पहचान नहीं है। मिल जाता था भगवान के जैसा जिसे दर्जा, मिल जाता था भगवान के जैसा जिसे दर्जा। अब एक मुसीबत है वो मेहमान नहीं है, अब एक मुसीबत है वो मेहमान नहीं है। सब देख लिया, सोच लिया, अब तो है जाहिर। सब देख लिया, सोच लिया, अब तो है जाहिर। अच्छा भी कुछ होगा, कोई इम्कान नहीं है। अच्छा भी कुछ होगा, कोई इम्कान नहीं है। सच्चाई नहीं, कहीं ईमान नहीं है। जो कुछ भी ज़माने में है, अब सौदागिरी है। जो कुछ भी ज़माने में है, अब सौदागिरी है। और राज मोहब्बत कोई सामान नहीं है। और राज मोहब्बत कोई सामान नहीं है। लगता है कि अब दुनिया में भगवान नहीं है। सच्चाई नहीं है, कहीं ईमान नहीं है।
I hope you enjoyed this ghazal, my friends. Welcome back. Since this rag is quite popular and I think I have done all the talking I could about Raga Malkauns, I'll move on with the next Raga of Malkauns family next week, known as Chandrakaus. But before we end the session today, let me give you a list of musical pieces to listen to for this week. A song a day list for you. I give you a whole list of songs from films that you could listen to, but I'm going to go ahead and put that list on here also. So here you go. First, a ghazal that is based on Raga Malkauns as well as Raga Sohni, a wonderful composition in Mehendi Hassan's voice. Kya Bhala Mujhko. Next is the recording of a ghazal by Jagjit Singh. Mana ki musht khak se, Mana ki musht khak se behtar nahi hu main. It is based on Raga Malkauns but not very pure Malkauns. Number 3, the rendition of Raga Malkauns in the voice of Pandit Ajoy Chakraborty. Raga Malkauns in South India or in Carnatic music is known as Hindulam. Here I have a very unique live performance recorded by National Doordarshan, New Delhi. The performers are Avinash Kumar Hindustani vocal, Soumya Gurcharan, Carnatic vocal, Shaumitra Thakur on sitar, Rajiv Prasanna playing Hindustani flute, Mahavir Chandravat on tabla, and Manohar Balachandran on mridangam. Now, next two numbers are going to be instrumental. First, Sarod Raga Malkauns performed by Ustad Amjad Ali Khan. It is a live performance where you will see music students on the stage sitting behind the performers. And finally, we will end today's session with Raga Malkauns performed on flute by Pandit Hariprasad Chaurasia. My friends, thank you again for listening. We will continue with family of Raga Malkauns, Raga of Malkauns family. Until next week, take care and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you again. See you next week. Bye.